Well, we're back. We're back with 14 horse. This engine is going into the 104 project that I bought off of somebody or traded for another tractor. It's a square trade. This one has, they cut the frame on it to fit the 14 horse. The frame stuff's not in very good condition with that. The frame's fine. Frame is fine, but like the lift is all bent up and stuff. And it's got a spring assist on it, which is nice for putting a plow on there. Any kind of attachment, really. But what I'll probably do is take the lift and cut the brackets that go to like a mower deck. I'm probably going to chop those straight off because they're not even worth salvaging at this point. They're that bad. So I'll probably end up doing that. And you'll see all that in these videos. I'm going to make this a whole series. I want to get this thing done. This engine is in extremely good condition. So I'm going to try and get this done before winter sets in. And yeah, let's jump into this. So the last time you seen this engine, I was checking everything out underneath and up top here. What I'm going to do now is check everything on the side, and which goes into the valves and all that stuff. So here's your valve cover, held on by this little 7/16 nut. I did spray this engine down with brake clean to clean up all the oil that had leaked. So everything is relatively clean. The paint, I can take a razor blade. As you can see, this little bare spot right here, that's actually from me taking a razor blade and scraping the paint right on off there. So as you can see there, see that flaking up? Just take that piece off of there. Gone. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to scrape all the paint off of this. Probably throw some Cub Cadet yellow on this engine just to go with the 104 or the 1404. I'm actually thinking about getting a decal made up. It says 1404. Because it'll be a 14 horse in 104. I don't know. I don't think I'm going to do it. Well, I tore the valves out and looked at them. They were good. They'll last. And then I didn't realize that my phone wasn't even recording. So yeah, that kind of ticks me off. But this is what I want to show you. This little line here, that little line, you want to match up with that little dot there at the best you can. And then once you match it up, you just want to match those lines up the best you can. And once you have those matched up, you can flip your engine back upright, crank it over, and watch the cylinder on the compression stroke, the exhaust stroke, the intake stroke, just to make sure that the piston is going where it's supposed to be on each stroke. But if you have this thing lined up on here correctly, you're fine. Just looking at the piston and doing all that's a little more, just a little reassurance. Okay, so this flywheel, take your finger in here and feel it. Now mine has a little ridge here where the rust from moisture and everything getting into it got in here. So I have this 40 grit sandpaper disc that I'm just going to run all right. Well, I say that's just about good enough. Try and clean these magnets up best of my ability. Then I'm just going to take some anise-seeds. Gonna put some anise-seeds on there so that way next time I need to take this off, or if I die and somebody sells this tractor, somebody else can have a better time of getting that off there. Man, why do I look fat? Push this out like the other guys. This is a motor. Oh yeah, this is a motor. This is a big motor. A big motor. Yeah. Oh God. Somebody's probably listening to me like right now. Like, wait a minute. Say again. Excellent. Take some of that. I bet some of you guys are like, oh, you asshole. The whole reason I'm doing that is to prevent corrosion. I do it to every single one that I have. Even the one that I gave to those other people. Did the same exact thing. Because this is where that piece, this pulley sits in. This pulley sits in there, and look at that. Look at the rust. Fused itself to there. I had a heck of a time getting it off. Same with this. This will get some of this anise-seeds as well. Always think ahead. Always think ahead. I'm going to show you how to check a crankshaft end play. See that? See where I got my feeler gauge? Now, this gap right in between this bearing here, right where, sorry about my finger, I got the feeler gauge. You stick it right in that gap, right there, right in there. See, now I have 5 thousandths of an inch. Between 3 and 20 thousandths. And I have 5, so I'm good there. I personally always like to be on the tighter side because you don't want your crankshaft flopping around in here, you know what I mean? But you don't want that thing right up against. Do not want that right up against there, because then it'll be hard to crank your engine over. Like if it's hard for you to, of course right now it's not going to be hard, but if it's hard for you to crank your engine over when you turn the key and you just were in here dicking around with this stuff, or you just rebuild it, it's probably your crankshaft end play. I had that happen to one once before. Crankshaft end play there was none. I mean, it was so tight that it was ridiculous. so I had to tear it all back apart. That was ridiculous, because I usually just stick 3 of those paper shims on there and good to go. You know, I learned my lesson, and now I'm better. So this concludes the video for today. Thank you everybody that's watching. It's gonna storm, so I gotta wrap this thing up, because it's just, clouds are moving in quick. So you're watching the K series Kohler. This is a K321 sitting beside me here, 14 horse. That's in the 104 back there. Goes into the 104. It doesn't go in there. It was in there. Somebody cut the frame. So I just want to clarify that, so that way people aren't, you know, never mind. But in order to see more stuff like this, and if I earned your subscription, hit the subscribe button and the like button if you liked this video, found it entertaining, made you laugh. So thank you guys for watching. I guess you'll see me next time. Alright, have a wonderful day.